What about world history? Can everything fit in only 6,000 years? Learn the big picture of Old Testament history and see how it sets the stage for the gospel, right now on Wonders Without Number.
I found that a lot of Christians know a fair amount about Jesus, his birth, his miracles, death, resurrection, and then they know, in addition to that, a couple of cool Old Testament stories,
Yeah.
Jonah and the whale, Daniel and lion's den, but they have no idea how those things fit together. They don't know if Moses and Abraham were next door neighbors, did they work at McDonald's together, just stuff happens. And then Jesus shows up and now we can kind of relate to that a little bit better. So I like to give people the big picture so they understand the Old Testament is one continuous story from beginning all the way up to Christ, and it makes more sense, gives context to why Jesus came when he did to do what he did. Covering 4,000 years of history in a very short period of time.
Yes.
We're going to do both of these parts here. We're going to look at this first part from creation up to about 2000 BC, stretch out our timeline to go from creation up to 2000 BC. Brings us to part two, which we're going to be more familiar with, a lot more detail going on there. So we're going to stretch out our timeline again.
Okay.
Now we're going 2000 BC up to the time of Christ.
We looked at the first 2,000 years, now we're looking at the next.
Yeah,
Okay.
more going on. This is going to get a little bit busier.
Yeah, all right. We know it in the back of our minds, but when you actually lay it out, you actually realize just how significant all of these events are. And in fact, when we take it all the way back to the flood, we realize that that was a pattern, an allegory for coming judgment. And just as there was only one door, Jesus says, I'm the door.